Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Live to Roll show. I'm your host for the day, Brianna Wheeler, and we are back with another women's disability show. Today, we are going to talk about just how the disability community has impacted our lives and kind of the ways that we stay connected and why it's important to us, what we've learned from it. A couple of us are a little shaky, so bear with us. Ashley and Nikki should be popping back on, but their Wi-Fi is a little messed up. Make sure that you guys drop any comments that you guys have inside of the chat, and I'll be going through it throughout the live for sure. Okay, so let's start with introductions. Let's start with Jessica.
Hi everyone, my name's Jessica. I'm a C7 incomplete and I've been injured for 14 years now.
Thank you, and let's go to Maya.
Hi everyone, my name is Maya. I've been injured for 6 years. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic due to gun violence, and I'm from Los Angeles. Please drop in the chat if you can't hear me at any point, because Brianna and I are using the same mic in the same room.
I'm a little bit on a different background today. We decided to switch it up a little bit, you guys, but bear with us. Okay. So, and I'm Brianna. I was shot 8 years ago, and I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a para. And then we'll introduce Ashley and Nikki. If they pop back on, then I'll have them do. Oh, is this them right here? Let's see. Let's cross our fingers. The first question that we're going to answer, though, is how the disability community has impacted our life. Ashley and Nikki's back. Yay! Can we have you guys do introductions? It still seems a little shaky.
So I'm Nikki. This is Ashley. We were injured in 2019 from a car accident, and I'm a T6 paraplegic, and she's a C4 quadriplegic.
Thank you. Yeah, your guys' audio is pretty clear to me, so it's just a picture just to let you guys know.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, let's go to Jessica. How do you feel like the disability community has impacted your life since you've been injured?
Well, I'll say that I got connected pretty quickly. I think I got out of the hospital in August. When I was in the hospital, I met like one person who had a spinal cord injury, and they were that one person that got to walk again. So it didn't feel too similar to my situation. I was very hopeful because of them, but didn't really connect. And then as soon as I got out, luckily there's an adapted gym down the street for me. And really the community, they really pushed me towards my independence, and they helped me see what was possible. I was in a power chair. I couldn't push myself. I had a lot of paralysis in my arms that I had to strengthen, and they really challenged me and motivated me. I think it's really hard when an able-bodied person tells you to push harder. But when someone in a chair tells you to push harder and they're, a higher level of injury, you don't have a cop out. And so I think the biggest way our community has helped me is to motivate me and push me and propel me forward. And, and many times to make light of what's happening, because I think that we're the only ones that can really laugh and find the dark humor in all the horrible things we go through. So that's really how the community has helped me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can definitely hear you. I was tripping about the comments. I see that Shawn's throwing up in the comments, but for some reason, Shawn, they're not popping up on ours. Are they popping up on your guys's?
No, yeah. I see them under the Live to Roll, but not on the side.
Same. Okay, I just want to bring to your attention, thank you everybody who commenting. We love you guys so much. Keep on commenting. I'm sorry that I can't read them out loud, but I will try to read them as Shawn is popping them on the screen. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, that was so great. Ashley, how do you feel like the disability community has impacted your life?
I don't know. I feel like it's just, it's giving me that sense of community. I feel like, and like having other people to relate to, especially, I'm going to be a para-hater, but especially my quad chicks, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, knowing that there's other people out there that deal with, like, similar stuff that I deal with, I don't know, it, like, helps you have people to talk to, but also, like, get tips and tricks from, so, yeah.
Love it. So true. I agree. What about you, Nikki?
The disabled community impacted me. Yeah. Um, I definitely feel like it's definitely created like community for me and just giving me like resource to like different people to talk to and that can relate to like what I'm going through for sure. And just like learn ways to navigate this because I'm always learning new things, I feel like. So definitely that for sure.
Yes, I agree. And how about you, Maya?
I think the disability community has affected my life in a lot of different ways. Like when I similar to Jessica, I was connected pretty early on. When I was injured, I was in the hospital, and I posted like a little Macarena video, and Chelsea's mom found that, and then like connected me with the Rolettes, and I was able to go to my first Rolettes experience pretty early into my injury. So that was really powerful to be able to like be in that room with so many different women and children with disabilities and see the way that they were able to still be boundless and live life with their disability. So it really opened my eyes early on. And then obviously, you know, like going through the disability community with my pregnancy and really learning different tips and tricks on like how to be a mom with a disability and like how to navigate that stigma in society. And then also just like tips and tricks on different ways to do things for my kid as a quad, you know, and that's been really, really helpful for me.
Yes, so beautiful. Let me turn down my mic a little bit. Okay, and for me, I feel like equally the same. I feel like the disabled community is such a significant part inside of my life because it really did change the way that I viewed my disability altogether. I at the beginning I was became extremely depressed. It was very easy for me to say I can't, I can't, I can't. I refuse to do anything. I just saw myself less than. I saw myself as not worthy. I didn't understand why God saved my life, and I was very frustrated about it. And that lasted for 2.5 years. So it wasn't until I found the community on social media that my eyes started opening. I found Push Girls, and that was humongous for me because I feel like I saw these beautiful girls living life with a disability, owning it, not even caring. And yeah, they struggle. Yeah, it's hard, but they get through it. They keep going. And I think that's the main thing that it taught me. After I found the Push Girls, I found the World's Experience. That was my first event that I went to, and it was really mind-blowing to me. And that is what reconnected me with my faith as well. I felt grateful for this community. And I feel like I would not be the same person today without it. They've taught me how to be more humble. They've taught me how to be more patient. They've taught me how to appreciate life differently. You know, they pick me up when I'm low and remind me that it's going to be okay again. And I really need that sometimes. So I feel like I'm extremely thankful for people to continuously like show their life and to teach others because it's people get injured every day, unfortunately. And so our community keeps on growing. So I want you guys to know that that does impact and make a difference when you guys share. Oh, how beautiful. I'm going to cry, not be crying over here. Okay. Some ways that you stay connected. So how do you stay involved? It's easy to just start, life starts life, and sometimes the disability be on the back burner, you know? So how do you evaluate yourself and know that that's something that you want to keep in your life, and how do you stay connected to it? Let's go to Nikki, because you're in Chicago. How different is it for you? I know
I
Chicago.
would how do I stay connected? Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Can you hear me? Okay, beautiful. Um how I stay connected. Honestly, I'll be honest. I'll be keep it real, just real quick. I feel like I'm in a season where I've been very disconnected from the disability community for a while now. But I guess the way like currently that I've been staying connected has just been like social media, if I am. But yeah, I feel like been in a season of disconnection. But like at the same time, just I like through this platform, through social media, really, and I don't know. I don't really see. We went to the Abilities Expo, but that's like about it. I don't really, other than once a year, I haven't really hung out with. I'm gonna be honest this year, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've
I
really
feel
been
like that's
staying
good ways.
connected.
I feel like social media counts. I feel like stuff online
Yeah,
counts as staying community. You know, you're still seeing people on your Insta and stuff. You're still supporting them. Like you're still, you know, that's what you got
yeah,
to do. to keep it in like your viewpoint, you know. So you're doing all you can do, and I think you're doing great. Okay, let's go to Jessica. How do you stay involved with your busy life? How do you keep the community a part of your life?
Well, I agree with Nikki. I think for me, very much just running my own business and day to day life, family stuff. I do tend to really have to be mindful of being involved again, just because I do have so much going on. So for me to stay connected, I think it's obviously the show. So thank you, ladies. Um, and then also here and there reminding myself of what's going on in the community. I try to go to some of the bigger events, and I try to be mindful, because for me it's really having to remind myself. I said I was going to be more active in the community this year, but just life has been lifing. So for me, I mean, you guys even know, even for Live to Roll, like if things are going on, sometimes I'm the last one to realize they're happening. So I know like sometimes Bobby will message me and say, "You're coming to this." And so that's really helpful when people in my community like really push me to show up, because I forget how re-energized I get after being around everyone.
Yes, I agree so much with that. Sometimes I do forget how much life it gives me. You know, sometimes it just sounds like another task on my list and I'm not really trying to do it, you know, but I do always feel fulfilled once I do, you know. And yeah, I can completely agree too. I was like, I want to be more involved in the community. I want to do more support groups. I want to do more things. And I did not. I did not do it. I completely did not do social media. I didn't do it, but that's okay. That wasn't for me. I still have it on the forefront of my mind, and it is something that I want to stay active in. But of course, I feel like my mental health and sometimes life stuff does come first, you know, but that doesn't mean that I completely exit out. I still do certain things. So what about you, Ashley? How do you stay connected?
I feel like for me, mostly it's a lot of like individual, like one-on-one or like 2-to-1 connection, just because I don't thrive in group settings. So I feel like for me, I like social media is a big one, staying connected with people that are also like, for me, like quads, and just like other resources and whatnot are a good way to stay connected. Social media to me is great for that. And then I'm also in a quad. See, sorry, Paris, don't be a hater, okay? I'm in a quadriplegic Bible study, so that's been nice too.
Oh, I love
But
it.
again,
Wait, no invite? What's up, Ashley?
it's in the quad group. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the Zoom link.
Damn.
I haven't been going to
Quad
like
group? What quad group, Ashley?
Damn, I got exiled from the
the
quadruple.
quad group. I know
Damn.
I'm fake. There's the one on Facebook. I'll tell you, Maya. I'm gonna send it to you, Maya.
That is so
Wow.
funny. I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Those one-on-one connections can refill your soul as well.
Oh,
And sometimes when people, what do you say,
I
Nikki?
forgot to mention I stay connected because my sister.
Oh, I love that. She reminds you. She
Yeah.
pushes you out of your bubble. Oh, I
Oh,
love it.
we're always doing something. We're the
Yeah.
community.
Me and Nikki, the
Oh,
community in Chicago.
I love it. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Yes, you are. What about you, Maya? How do you stay connected?
Some of the things that can you turn your mic back up? Some of the things that I do to stay connected are like, I'm on the roulettes, so doing like different events with the roulettes. Roulettes experience, of course, helps me gain a lot of new connections with people, and also like refreshes old connections that I haven't like maybe like talked to in a while. So that's one thing, and then also the Boundless Babe Society, like that's a monthly program that we have on the roulettes, where we all get together and we're able to go through different topics and talk about like how these topics affect us, and how they relate to our lives. And through that, I'm also a mentor in that program. So I get to chat with girls one on one and really like go through their goals and just like really foster those connections with each other. And so I feel like between those things and this podcast and social media, that I have like a pretty good connection with the disability community right now. And it is really filling. Like it's really beautiful to be able to connect with so many people that are like just living our lives and really just understand like what each other are going through and like our perspectives. So I think it's really important that we stay connected with each other. And I know that it's hard sometimes because, like you all have said, like life just goes crazy. And last year I felt a little disconnected because I was pregnant and I was in and out of the hospital, and I felt really isolated, besides going through all that experience. So this year definitely feels different than last year, and I enjoy it.
Oh, I love that so much. Yeah, the organizations really help. I feel like the Rolettes definitely helps me keep connected with girls. And then the Triumph Foundation is great too. They always are hosting something. And so virtually and in person. And I think that's great. If you're in Southern California, the Triumph Foundation is a great foundation to check out, and just to see how you can get connected and help. Through them is like where I met a lot of newly injured people. And that's also something that I suggest that people do. At least a couple of times. I think that it's a good reminder of like where you started from as well. And you get to offer these people something that they can't get anywhere else, And so I think like it's just a beautiful experience. So if you guys never done it, I suggest you get in touch with like your physical therapist, your hospitals, and like let them know that you can stop by, or the Triumph Foundation, to get more information on how you can do that and stuff like that. Maybe become an ambassador and do it through them. Okay, so let's go to something you have learned specifically from the community. So what do you feel like somebody else taught you, or just the community as a whole, or whatever comes to your heart? Like, what is the main thing that you feel like you would have not learned if you would have never met somebody in a chair or been a part of the community? Let's go to Maya.
Wait, no, I'm thinking about
Okay, I feel like everybody's thinking. I sent you guys the questions. Come on, girls. Come on. What is it? So I feel like something that I've learned is to definitely keep on pushing. I learned how to do my transfers better from the community. I learned how to dress better from the community, because fashion standing and fashion sitting are two different things. So they definitely taught me that. I've learned how to even do wheelies from the community. I learned so much from the community. I feel like somebody is always teaching me something. That's what's beautiful about like being around other wheelchair users, is like they're giving you tips and tricks like constantly, And so those are some of my favorite things. I feel like the not saying I can't unless I really can't was a really big one for me, and still continues like inside of my life. Like, no, I can do it. Let me try to do it, unless is it physically impossible? Is it going to mess me up? I go through those steps to see. And yeah, that's not something I've ever had before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so have you thought yet?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Maya.
Okay, so I don't think I just wouldn't have learned this at all, because I have faith in God that I would have realized these things eventually, that the Holy Spirit would have put some whispers into my brain about how to live this life. But I think really it has to do with my faith, because I wrestled with a lot of questions early on about being disabled, and about, being disabled because of sin, because of things that I heard, and about like praying so hard or having enough faith to walk again, and like things like that. And so I think through the disability community, another resource that I should have mentioned earlier, which is We Are Even If, a Bible study for women with disabilities. That's another place that like has taught me a lot and has kept me really like connected with the disability community, and like understanding our suffering in a different lens, because of what Jesus went through, because just for a tidbit, we are all entitled to suffering, because that's just the price of like the sin that is in this earth. But learning about that was really freeing for me, and it really has been able to propel me in my faith.
Beautiful. Okay, let's go to Nikki.
Mm-hmm. Wait, remind me of the question.
The question, Nikki. Something you have learned from the community.
Something you have learned. Something I've learned. I feel like kind of like Brianna said, like everything. For sure, but like something specific, that's a hard one.
You're annoying.
I know I am annoying. Something specific. You go. Do you have it?
I feel like I've learned a lot of different things. Even like a key little fob thingy to open my back door, I got from the community. The fact that I could even do stuff with lack of hand function, I learned from the community. So I feel like it's like been in little ways and big ways for me. I could think of like a lot. The back door is a big one. Not being ashamed to be in a power chair is another one, period. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah, I love
you
it.
answer like me, like everything.
Yeah, but I named some stuff. You didn't get to with the get to.
I can't think of specifics.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Jessica, what have you learned from the community?
Well, I agree everything, but to get into specifics, it would be how to adapt things, right? Like where we can add a ramp. What are the best measurements for my wheelchair? I think able-bodied people have tried fitting me and they drive me insane. And then, I've had Bobby fit me and he only kind of drives me insane, not completely. Learning just how much strength I have, because I think that, I'm a C7, so I'm almost, at the lowest level of quad. And I could have kept functioning like a C3, C4 if I wouldn't have been challenged in our community. I think my culture is very, she's sick, do everything for her. And so I think seeing the independence helped me realize that I was going to be able to be independent. I think I challenged myself already as it was. However, I think that seeing other people do it really reinforces that understanding that we can. So they taught me a lot about that. And then obviously teaching us that the system has ways around it, teaching me that I have rights, that doctors aren't always correct, that to advocate for myself, right? Different resources, like just understanding that if you go through this insurance or if you go through this loophole, or right, I think that was helpful. Just a lot of little resources that able-bodied people could never teach me. Even down to the basics, bowel and bladder. I don't think the hospital was able to really teach me anything about bowel and bladder. That came through the community. I think when it comes sometimes to even my spasms, pain management, right? It's been really helpful to have people in our community to talk to, because a lot of times the lived experience is much more helpful than medical providers or what, other people might tell us. So I think, yeah, for me to get down to the specifics, it would be all of it, but by all of it, I mean all of that and more.
Yes, that was a great list, girl. Way to go. Yeah, all that and more. Yeah, I agree. I didn't know nothing in the beginning. So I feel like definitely having people to talk to about that stuff is so important, because when it's first happening, I feel like you feel just so like alone in it, and of course everybody else is using the bathroom the same way and eating the same way and doing everything the same way, and you're just kind of lost with those tips. So you do the best you can in the beginning. It's a whole new road when you become paralyzed, and you have to start over, and it's very difficult, but with seeing other people, I think it just excels it a little bit more. I think it's like I see the difference in the girls when they first join the community to when they don't first join the community. It's definitely a difference, and like that's why I really try to get people involved in it, because just show up to the support group, just listen, just get yourself out there, and like see somebody else making it and be like, I can fight too, and I feel like that's really what drove me in the beginning too. I was like, if they could do it, now it seems like a challenge to me. Now I feel like I gotta make it. If it was an option, I feel like in the beginning I didn't really feel like it was an option to make it, and all of a sudden that door opened for me. So like that was the beautiful part about it. Thank you guys for anybody who's commenting. A couple of them are popping up. Only 3 of them. I don't know how many are popping up in your side. Hi from Andrew from New York. T10 paraplegic car accident in 2017. Normally from UK. Hello. Oh, you moved, Andrew. How are you liking it? Okay. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Lewis. Challenge and encouragement is important. I see that one. Do we have any more, Shawn? You just pop them up and I'll read them.
And I think that's all I'm getting to.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see. So our bonus question, we're going to be wrapping up soon, you guys, but I'm just going to throw this question out there. Pages that keep you informed. Do you guys have any favorite companies or pages that really have helped just explain anything about disability, anything that you go to for resources, anything like that? We have like a couple of great ones, like Take Control Therapy is a great resource for you to follow on Instagram. We have we have Live to Roll is a great one for you guys to follow. And what are you have some, Nikki?
Brianna, Jessica, Maya, and Ashley.
Yeah, you can follow
Good
all
pages
that.
to follow.
Woo!
And then there is other people in the community who I think are doing like great things when it comes to like the social media space. Like Maya said, even if, or we are even if I always say it wrong. Even her, like the owner, the co-founder, Renee, even just her personal page is good for disabilities. I also like there's Resilient Quad. She used to be on the Live to Roll show. I still love her like content, showing how she lives life with her disability.
Our girl Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy. Who else?
Kimberly Rose.
Kimberly Rose. I saw that she went to the Rolettes experience. That made me happy. That's my girl. But I also love her content. I think she shows how living like an independent quad
queen.
So that's cool. Who else? Do you have anyone?
There's
a lot of like I love women. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a woman girl. So all the like women showing just living. I love the women who are just showing living life with a disability. All the mothers out there. I probably can't remember their names, but there's a ton of mothers I follow. That I said mine.
I know.
All the mothers. I love watching them like be badass mothers in their wheelchair. Like okay, period.
Yes. I think hashtags are great to follow too. Sometimes to find other content or other creators, just spinal cord injury awareness, SPI, disability,
wheelchair girl.
That's not one of my favorite ones, but
I know.
some of them I see, I'm like, yeah, I want to choose that one, but great if it works. What about you, Maya? You have some?
Yeah, I think my leg is spasming. Sometimes, like, my leg is spasming hard because the spasm will increase. But that was one of those times. So recently, I've been following like a lot of different moms and a lot of the folks that you all mentioned. One person I've been following a lot is the Ann girl. She posts a lot of like really informational videos about like motherhood and how she copes with like having or adapts with like having her seizures while she's home alone with her baby. And so it's been really interesting to learn about that. And then also I'll throw a couple of guys in there. Abilities, Mark from Abilities, like watching what he makes and his adaptions and stuff like that is always really helpful. There's another person, KFK Designs, who I just saw like released this no grip like grabber for quads, and I'm about to buy that. Amazing. And then also I think Wes Hamilton. I am Wes Hamilton is a great person to follow. Wheelchair Kev, Chelsea Hill. She teaches a lot about motherhood as well. And then like being a CEO and business owner, I think that has been really cool to learn from. And then our girl Ashley over here, she be posting some real life stuff on her story, writing and really just like getting into the depths and like the real stuff of disability. And I think that's always really powerful to see.
I agree. And then I'm just remembering like New Mobility is a good one too. They have a magazine as well that I get each month. That's kind of dope to just see what's like new and out there. Wings for Life is a great one. They're an organization that raises funds for spinal cord injury, but they kind of just keep you up to date with what's happening and the new technology that's out there that I think is like really amazing. And then United Spinal is another one that's super informational. They'll also send you like a book full of stuff, and I had got that when I was injured as well, and that really helped me just to break down what I'm going to even be experiencing, what I am, what level I am. Sometimes in the beginning, all that can be a little bit blurry and tricky. So regulating your temperature, stuff like that, little stuff like that is important. Also, I'm just remembering on the Triumph Foundation website, they have a tips and tricks page as well. So you can go over there and check it out. And if you're in Southern California, they also have a I'm blanking on the name of exchange program where people give out stuff or like post it, and they give out really nice stuff sometimes I've seen people get standing frames, get beds, get catheters, get stuff that they need. So make sure that you guys go check out that every once in a while as well. What about you, Jessica?
I'll say that one of my biggest resources always is the Triumph website. I use it with newly injured patients that I'm working with, clients that I'm working with. Because, I mean, honestly, they've already done a lot of the research for us. So I just like going on there and just giving that instead of having to look things up myself. I like some of the sports or fitness content. So Adapt to Perform. This girl Anna Cyril, she posts like workouts, but then she posts a lot of information about just ADA and adapting. There's another one I was trying to find that shows like a lot of adapted equipment. I can't find it. So, but I think you guys mentioned most of them. And of course, obviously, like Live to Roll, Shawn has videos of how to do things, which is always really helpful. I think who else? Steph, right? What's Stephanie's?
You walk, I glide.
Yeah, that one's always a good one for makeup. I think a lot of, and she has a lot of stuff too on like, I feel like a lot of times, like when I used to think about like people meet you and they're like, oh, you should do content, but I just refer to hers like, oh, here, this is how she casts, this is what the belly button surgery looks like, or this is what bowel program looks like. Like she already posts everything up there, so might as well, right? So those are some good ones. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I would say are really helpful.
I love it. You're ringing so many bells on my head. Honestly, the community is so big. Once you start getting on that social media role, it's hard to stop. And I think that's why also we're so like flabbergasted when people don't understand, because it's like so much like in our face that we're like, what do you mean you don't see anybody in wheelchair? And like, you know, like, so, bro, what do you mean?
No, dude. Our algorithms are hilarious. I've been looking at, so I bought a house and I'm looking at building an ADU. And I'm getting like ads and stuff for accessible ADUs. And it shows you like the wheelchair, the ramp, how to do everything. And I'm like, dude, my algorithms for sure know I'm in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. Maurice froze.
Yeah, what just happened?
Oh,
We lost her. I'm gonna say another one. I like Roll with Cole and Charisma.
oh.
They're so cute. What happened to
What
Brianna?
What happened to them?
Roll with Cole and Charisma. I love their YouTube, their Instagram. They are couple goals.
Oh, wait, roll with, oh, the other one was roll with.
Will With Me Fit is a good one too. They post tons of stuff, and they do like these weekly or monthly, like what are they called?
Brianna, you or Maya is gonna have to mute. I think you guys are.
Maya forgot. Sorry. The Will With Me Fit, I was saying, they post like where people can go and like are talking about certain subjects each day of the week, and you're allowed to view them. So those are pretty dope too. And they also have like a whole new thing that Jesse and Nikki Walsh are creating, where it's like an app for wheelchair users to work out. It's like specifically made for us, and it's like on the App Store and everything. So they post a lot of great content too. I enjoy following them. Yeah, I feel like we could be here forever naming off people because it's like back to back to back trying to support, right? So those are a few for you guys. That was a great way to end the show. We're gonna wrap up a little early because a couple of us have a hard stop at 4, some stuff to do. We appreciate you guys so much for joining. I'm just gonna shout out our sponsors, mobility professionals and urology professionals. This amazing company is so beautifully made and they're just the sweetest souls. Make sure you guys go and follow them on social media. They post a lot of great reels and stuff like that and pictures, and they're another great page to follow for information. They post tons of great stuff. And also their customer care is just A1. I don't know if I said that, but it always blows my mind every time I talk to them. I'm just like, you guys are the sweetest. Thank you for helping me. Sometimes I've come to them like complete mess and they have fixed it for me. So shout out from the Philippines. Woo! Thank you so much for joining us, Andy.
Period.
Okay, and then make sure that you come back almost every single day of the week. We got something going on. On Monday, we got gaming with How Wheels. On Tuesday, we got the show with the guys. Tom, Bobby, and Shawn all go and talk about a great topics every single week. We got Tea Fizzle with Gaming on every single Wednesday. Make sure you join them. And if you guys aren't a part of our Discord and you guys want to be, make sure that you guys message us or see what it is. I think it's just Live to Roll on Discord. And Tom always goes in there and messages with the gamers and is informing them on when he's joining live. Sometimes they play like afterwards and stuff. So every single Thursday we have second and fourth Thursday with the Rolling Over the Hill. We have the guys talking about some older stuff. I suggest everybody go and join them because it's very helpful. We got our every third Thursday Will Girl Talk. Of course, come and join us. We got some great topics coming. And the Golden Oldies are every first Thursday. So make sure you join us for them. Yes, I think so. We are good to go. I hope you guys have a great day and live to roll.
Happy
Peace, you guys.
Pride.